exhilaration. And here I am again. Playing something else tonight just to mix it up. Just going to do some Minecraft Bedrock. I'm a little tired, I'm a little low energy, and I'm staying at my mom's place tonight. So, that's really all. What can I say other than to whomever watches this? May the Lord Jesus Christ bless you. That music came in on cue. Alright, I'm sorry. But let's try to keep it down tonight. They have hardcore. Oh, dude. That's a terrible idea for Bug Rock, bro. But you know what? Nah, I can't do that to myself. I really can't do that to myself. Not like this, bro. Because I'm playing with, like, keep inventory on or something, maybe. Then again, will I be called a coward for it? Honestly, I really don't care if I would be. But for now, excuse me. I'll do it. I'm pretty tired. So, what do I call this world? This world that I'm not in alone, but together with all of you. If only I could edit some broadcasting information. But right now I can't. It is what it is. I don't know if y'all can hear my mom's phone ringing from upstairs, but it's kind of the funniest thing when I hear that out in public. Randomly, I'd be like, I just hear, "Hello, Moto," and it just starts going in. It's kind of funny, but kind of odd at the same time, too. So, I have a dumb title idea, but it's something that seems fitting for some reason. I'm probably spelling it wrong too, but who really cares? I just hope that we get a good spawn, because in Minecraft I tend to get spawned in the most ridiculous places. My least favorite place to be spawned, by far, if it's not anywhere in a snowy biome, it's definitely the desert. I won't complain if we get it, but best believe I don't like it. I don't like when it happens. Sorry I'm not playing Kingdom Hearts tonight, by the way. But I'm going to have to do this like this for now. Just for now. I'll probably get to Kingdom Hearts again. Let's continue to create. My bad. Go back to general, multiplayer. We got friends. And okay. Resource packs. Holy crap. Man, I remember when Bedrock used to be like something I considered Bedrock. Nah, not so much. It feels weird. I don't know what any of this is. But it is what it is. The worst place I think we can spawn, guys, is definitely that one place, the new place. I don't remember what it's called, but you guys see it in the background right there. That is by far the worst place I think we could spawn for the night. Also, since I don't use my controller like I used to, this feels a little odd and awkward. I feel kind of stiff, but that's okay. I'm glad that's off. Um, Let's increase that camera sense to 85, I guess. See how that works. As I guess that's alright. Okay, up is that. We apparently have emotes. Well then. Alright, triangle is how we do inventory. Taking inventory. I have not got that achievement in so long. And I can actually put my map in my offhand. But does that mean I can put anything in my offhand? That's the real question. And just got the Getting Wood trophy. I feel so awkward seeing this. We can't just put anything in our other hand. Alright, great. You still haven't made that update yet. Thanks, Mojang. I really appreciate the fact that you guys know how to make games that are fun for the console. Alright, no complaints, no sarcasm. We got a little pup. How you doing, little man? How you doing, big man? Alright. Everybody's seen Minecraft before. We've done this before. We've played these games before. I'm going to make that joke any chance I get, mainly because I feel like it. But this is okay. Let's just get wood for now and not think about getting much else done. Oh. Okay. Oh. Dang. This sheep got folded, but thank you very much, guys. I appreciate that, honestly. Give me that, please. And here we are. Man. You know, funny enough, starting this over right now, it doesn't feel as bad as I really thought it would. I guess it's been so long since I've really sat down and enjoyed a Minecraft world that I feel like this. But that's pretty okay. I keep forgetting that up is not how you do that. I'm so used to hitting up for inventory in other games, I think, that it's like hurting my brain that it's not doing it now. Alright, let's look at our controls real quick. Find where our inventory button is and make it the up button. Where is... there it is. Up. Perspective. I guess we can make a triangle. Yeah, that's a lot better for me. I'm trying to see... there we go. Yeah, no. We're just gonna... might as well make it easier for ourselves, right? Alright. Here we go. We're going to get this right now. And just because we got that, instantly... oh my gosh, I'm so used to circle for drop. What the freak is drop now? Dude, what are these buttons? What are my buttons? Where's the drop? I want to know about blocks. Nobody cares right now. We need to drop items. Why would down ever be a drop item button? Oh no, that just feels toxic. Toxic to my old controls, I guess. I don't know. I'm sorry, everyone. We got mossy cobble over here. Bro, Minecraft music is so serene. You know, when I play this game, actually, guys, I'm reminded of 3 people, maybe. I'm reminded of Technoblade. I'm reminded of my god sister. And I'm reminded of some of my old friends. You know, I used to think it was a bad thing, and I felt like I was losing all my friends at one point. But I realized as we grew apart, we are just growing up. Growing apart doesn't mean you lose that connection or touch, because when we do talk once in a while, we still hit it started off pretty well, I think. Life is full of such crazy work, isn't it? All I can do is sit here, play this game now, and I don't think back to the past to hurt. Though I reminisce sometimes, I don't stay there anymore. And for once, I finally matured and grew up. This game is a lot like that to me, I think. You kind of grow up, but you don't necessarily have to grow out of everything. And I think that's what the hidden beauty of Minecraft is. Though you've done the same things time and time again, same early game, same other things, that doesn't exactly stop you from, well, enjoying anything, does it? Such a wholesome game. And now we're getting Minecraft too. So, like, that's awesome. Alright. I'm getting a bunch of trophies back to back. I'm gonna have a lot of clips to delete tonight, is what I get from this. How do I gather them all together? Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna die, right? I hear footsteps. Alright, we're good. We're good. Move this all the way over here. I thank God that I can still enjoy many different things, though. Truly. Without him, I don't think I'd have much enjoyment of anything. Especially after, well, let's just say, I would not be touching this game on a freaking, I don't know the word I'm looking for. Console. That's exactly the word I was supposed to think of and say, but couldn't. I don't know. I wouldn't say this is PC gamer pride or anything. It's just more along the lines of I didn't feel used to these controls for a long time. And now I can kind of switch back and forth a lot better, I guess. What I do know is, regardless of everything and despite everything, that hasn't stopped me yet. Adversity is something we all need to grow and adapt to. I don't know why I feel like just yapping about these things tonight, but I just do. Yeah, Ma, how you doing? I'm glad you made it. There we go. We ignore all the copper. Every new block except maybe netherite I'm avoiding, man. I don't see any purpose for the other ones. Mainly because I'm not searching for the purpose of those things. We're gonna... Oh, I made an axe already. At least we're gonna make a second one. Nothing. Okay. Well, while we're here, we're gonna hopefully get one more sheep. Turn around. The turn is still kind of slow. bad part is we couldn't get a third wool thing. But decently enough, we're still alive, right? So what can we complain about? Nothing really. It would be nice if we could find a— ow. I deserve that. PvP. I actually accidentally hit triangle trying to freaking... Oh no! Okay. Is it still chasing? It's still chasing! Oh crap. Whoa, gotta fight for my life. Gotta fight. I'm missing. I'm missing. This is why I don't like controllers. This is why I don't like... Oh, no. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you very much. Thank you. Though I did panic. We all panic. At least we didn't choke. Frick. Yep, remind me to be careful next time. That was a really dumb decision. Boy. We're alive. We're alive, though. We're alive. Oh my gosh, did he just blink? Did he just blink? He totally blinked. Ew. Crap, I keep hitting triangle on accident now. Maybe the muscle memory is kicking in for the triangle button now. That's not a bad thing, just a little inconvenient, but that's okay. We are surviving in the most signature way possible. I think we've all actually never really built anything, either dug into the ground or dug into somewhere, trying to stay safe for the night. There's no way it's raining, right? Oh, dude. Oh my... Bro, that could have went bad. That could have went so bad. Thank you, Jesus, that it didn't. But, like, that could have went so bad. That could have went so bad, dude. Oh my goodness. We're good, though. I've got to pick appropriate hours, and I think I should do that a lot more. Picking the appropriate hours to actually decide to say, you know what, I can stream tonight, or something like that. Once again, I thank absolutely every single one of you for your support. You guys are a great blessing to me and to everything. So, we wait out the day. I actually hit the right button for once without trying to think about it actively. That's great. For now, we wait until the nighttime passes. Then we collect a bunch of wood in the morning, or rather, we might go somewhere else. Because I don't want to stay here too long, and, you know. So, you guys like jazz? I don't know, okay? Look, we're kind of stuck here. Ooh. Ooh. I can dance for y'all. Well, nah, this is just clapping. I go up. Oh, wow. I was kind of, these Minecraft story mode emotes, bro. What is this? Where did my eyes go for a solid minute, bro? Okay. I don't know. Oh, dude. So I guess if you blink, that's just what happens. guys think it's gonna rain all like night? Hmm. This is a little tough, but like this is nothing. Just waiting out the night. Well, we're really just kind of here, aren't we? Well, let me tell you guys a little tale. It's called Minecraft Story Mode. So in this game, you start as a person named Steve, and as Steve, you are trying to survive in this world called Minecraft. I'm sorry, I don't know. I'm really trying. I can think of better commentary than this. This is just, we're kind of just stuck. I'm sorry. I'm trying to be a little more entertaining, but it's like, bro, what do we do? Well, I guess I could try to think of an actual story that passed the time. Hmm. Dang. I can't think of a single story that passed the time. Guys, we're kind of cooked in the terms of the entertainment department and the energy department. Hmm. Well, I guess I could say the entire plot to like Shrek 2 or something. You know what? That's exactly what I'm gonna do. So essentially, here we go. Prince Charming goes through the blistering winds in the scorching desert. He climbs to the tallest room of the tallest tower in all the land to try to meet the fairest princess known to man. Her name is Princess Fiona. He pulls back the Cosmer. I said the Cosmer, didn't I? He pulls back the gossamer curtains to just find a wolf in her place. He thought it was her at first, hoping it wasn't, obviously. The wolf says no, he thanks God, and then he says, "Where is she?" Then he hears the wolf say, "She's on her honeymoon." My man Charmin says, "With who?" And Q accidentally in love, and we have my boy Shrek and Fiona on their honeymoon. Absolutely in love. And just because I'm thinking of the song, all I can think of is like the intro. So she said, "What's the problem, baby? What's the problem? I don't know. Well, baby, I'm in love. Think about it every time I think about it. Can't stop thinking about it. How much longer will it take to cure this? Just to cure it, 'cause I can't ignore it or relive. I messed all the words up and I slurred my words. Oh well, brother, my goodness." We're gonna drop it. Anyway, so cue a bunch of things that happen. The first thing that happens is Shrek kicking down the door, getting inside, and them kissing, and Shrek 2 popping up over the screen. I think next is Little Red Riding Hood pulling up to the house, and then all of a sudden she sees ogres, leaves her entire picnic. They take said picnic, go to the beach. They were gonna eat, but Fiona threw the food away. Me personally, I wouldn't do that. Like, and then she starts kissing her man. Now, Accidentally in Love is the perfect fit for the song. The soundtrack for that movie was absolute peak. That's all I'm gonna. Wait, one day passed? Did we just survive a day? We just survived a day. I accidentally yapped all the way to day one. I mean, day one. Let's go. We made it. We made it. You guys didn't have to hear me explaining the entirety of Shrek 2. Thank God. Oh, no! Okay, but we still have other problems and other fish to fry. But we made it. Guys, we actually made it out of this. Oh, man. You know, I still kind of want to talk about Shrek too, so I'm going to if I can remember. Long story short, after the tide pulls in, somehow Fiona gets dumped off the van Shrek, and then all of a sudden he's kissing essentially Ariel. Fiona catches her lacking, snatches her weave, tosses her to the sharks, and she gets absolutely ate. Shrek kind of laughs it off, even though his wife just committed a murder in front of his eyes, casually. But you know, we don't talk about that. Fiona's bait. So, whatever. I can't really remember. Just cue a cheesy sequence of them getting a ring, many other things, and long story short, they eventually get back home. Donkey's in their house, uh, watering the plants and other things too. Even though he didn't water those plants died, and I didn't realize. But the two fish that he got, Fiona and Shrek, here's a chicken, little man. Ignore my chicken. Is it because I'm black? Come take this chicken. Alright, fine. I'll do this the Crouchy way. I know it's not because I'm a chocolate man. It's not because I'm a chocolate comrade at all. Ow. Ow. Okay. Okay. Well, I guess that's what I get for the chocolate man joke. Ow. Okay. So, guys, did you know... Oh, we got an E. Hello, Bruce. With the E. He said E and left. Okay. That was kind of funny, but, that aside, what can I say? Like, I'm trying to keep the ball rolling in terms of, like, mental thought. Because, like, I just had the plot. Alright, so it came in, barely fed anything. We finally... That's a drowned. I'm gonna take these berries, kill the sheep, take the wool, and now we have the means to make a bed. Now what we're gonna do is get out my third freaking least favorite biome, and now we don't have to worry about anything else. Hopefully I don't have to say anything else about Shrek 2 lore. Or plot, not even lore. Heck it. I'm gonna try to keep it going as I look for a different biome to live in, because I would not want to live in this place. It's absolute garbage to me. And the biggest piece of crap I've ever witnessed in Minecraft history. Not me complaining, just stating my opinion. But, so, what is it? What is it? Trying to get it. I was there, and then I wasn't. So, after that happens, Donkey essentially gets kicked out by Shrek. He pulls back up as, you know, they're about to continue their honeymoon inside, if you get what I'm saying. I'm not talking about, like, the do, but they were about to go kiss again. Shrek drops his wife, says Donkey. He says, I know, I'm lone, but what do you want me to tell these guys? And they open the door to a bunch of squires playing, well, a fanfare. And then my brother starts playing Hawaii 5-0. Like, I can remember this movie like it's yesterday, because I watched it too much as a kid. Essentially inviting Princess Fiona and Shrek to the, I guess I would consider it coronation, and just showing off the fact that she is now engaged. And, you know, they truly saw the spell not get broken, even though it technically was. She took True Love's form. I ain't gonna lie, Shrek was a good movie. That's all I can say. Shrek was such a good movie, in my opinion. But, is that a minecart? We might be near a mine shaft. That's great, I think. While I'm here, what I can do, kill the pig. And you live with that. I'm sorry, little one. But, you know, he'll come back stronger with a good villain origin story. So, like, at least you guys get content later on down the line. He just has to grow up first. uh, for now, what we can do is build like a small thing, maybe. Let's just do this for now. It may not be the biggest house, but like we need something small to put like everything in for now. Like, okay, look, I'm gonna be honest. The controller work is not working for me. Okay, I'm going to be brutally honest. The controller just doesn't feel like it's not me anymore, man. I can't build a good house in general, but now I can't build with a controller. Then again, this isn't coming out too bad. So I won't complain, at least not yet. Gonna do that. Gonna build 2 chests, plop, put that in there. We'll organize all of this in a second. I just want to make it to at least an hour, right? So after I make it to an hour, I'm definitely stopping. What time is it? It's only 31 minutes, guys. I'm so sorry. I know I'm like trying to cave out early, but like Minecraft on this is not it's not the most fun to me compared to it like on a computer. I feel like I'm more fluid. Everything flows a little better for me. But what can I say other than I'm appreciative regardless. Now, guys, I think he's plotting. Yo, he actually is plotting. Don't side-eye me. Oh, okay then. Well, yeah, little man is, he's not happy. I think it's quite clear that bro's not happy either. But, that's okay. We'll be fine. Look. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. That's all. So, back to the Shrek 2 lore. Essentially that happens, Fiona and Donkey are excited. Naturally, Shrek wouldn't be because these are people that, for one, locked her in a tower for already looking beastly. You can only imagine how they would actually treat him and her. So, while some might think it's unjustified how he felt, I'd say it's plenty justified. All I'm gonna say is because we're sitting here like this. Can you remember the rain? Can you remember the rain? Sorry. Oh. Hi, Mark. I didn't think we'd get so many saplings, but we did. Plant that right there. Take this off. I can certainly remember the rain, I'll tell you that. I think, Jesus, I don't know, I just want to thank him right now. Might feel a little odd to just say it out of nowhere to some people, but for me, I think it just needs to be natural, especially if I don't right now. I might just end up complaining, and I shouldn't complain. I really shouldn't complain. um, don't I have enough for a bit? I got scared thinking that I fumbled and somehow messed up and didn't, long story short, I thought I deleted my wool somehow. Glad we, didn't. Oh, we can sleep? Dang, they added a new animation. I didn't even know that. But at least, no rain. That was dumb. That was so dumb. But, no rain. Boom, boom, boom. Gotta get that. Sorry. I haven't heard that song in so long. It kind of just like came out of nowhere. Alright. Boom. I don't know how we have so much light in here still, but hey, I'd rather have light than no light at all. Let's think. Um, so Shrek says we're not going, and well, before that, Donkey said, "Can I come?" Shrek says we're not going. They both say what, and I can't exactly remember words. Long story short, somehow they ended up getting Shrek going. My man didn't want to go. He said it was final, and it most definitely was not final. What the heck, brother? Boop boop and boop. All right. As long as the respawn point is set, I'm fine. And now that we actually have a respawn point, no complaints from me for real, because we at least have a place to get back to. Now, what was I thinking of? So essentially, they get in the carriage and now they have to go far, far away. Who knows how far, far away is? Like, let's think of it as like 1,000 miles. No, no, do 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 do. None of that. None of that. Just 1,000 miles. That's how far, far, far away is. Man, I feel for my brother already. I already don't like long car rides, and boy, when I heard we'd be taking one, or if I heard we'd be taking one right now to go to a place we need to go, best believe I'm going to be crying internally most of the time because, like, anyone that's had an over 10-hour car ride experience knows the pain. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't know why it's giving me so many random Minecraft trophies now. I've played this game, but this is because it's PS5 version. Oh. Oh, wow. I actually did not think about that. Hello? Yes. She does. She doesn't. She doesn't. Every time I turn around, it's not the most positive, but we keep positive regardless. Light is the one thing that cannot be snuffed out, because before there ever could be any type of darkness, light had to be. For darkness is only the absence of light. So, let's think. So, let's just say, are we there yet? No. Are we there yet? No. Think of the most annoying child possible. You got Eddie Murphy on Donkey. That's it. So, they were indeed not there yet. And Shrek was getting really, really angry. As Shrek should, honestly, because this man Donkey was trifling for everything he did for that entire car ride. Or, I guess, carriage ride? Uh, think of going through hot places, snowy places, and all you're hearing is, "Are we there yet?" And you're not even close, bro. I would not blame anyone who crashes out on that freaking mule. But, it is what it is. Now we can make food, though. Give me all that. Actually, let's save our coal for now and just use our saplings. Old tools first, and then the saplings. Alright. So after all those "are we there yet?" Shrek starts imitating Donkey, and Donkey gets annoyed. Then he says, "I'll finally stop talking," or maybe I should just stop talking. Shrek says, "Finally," and then Donkey sees this and says, "You know what, bet," and doubles down and says, "Shrek, this is taking forever. There's no in-flight movie and nothing. Well, find a way to entertain yourself." He starts popping his lips, So for 5 minutes, could you not be yourself for 5 minutes? I fear he couldn't. Shrek then screams, "Are we there yet?" And Fiona says yes. And finally, here we go. We got Funky Town. So now that we're in Funky Town, aka Far Far Away, well, trying to think what happens next. They see around the town, they see everybody else sees that they're ogres, and it's not the most negative reaction, but it's also not the most positive. It's kind of different. I mean, this would certainly disrupt my way of life if I randomly just saw an ogre, but if he's a chill guy, like, who am I to judge him? And not to mention, if it's just someone that wants to be left alone, who am I to really judge? Shoot, apart from that, they get there. They eventually arrive at the castle. Everybody's cheering, all these things. The people that in town saw that aren't there yet, obviously, because I feel like those rumors would have spread like wildfire that the princess was still an ogre. But that's just me. Long story short, everybody except Shrek and the crowd, apart from the pigeon carrier, says this is it. Her father, Fiona's father, is what I mean by her father. But Fiona's father, Fiona herself, and the pigeon presenter literally say this is it. And as the fanfare plays one more time, it slowly dies down as the whole crowd gasps and the freaking pigeon that was open. Oh, excuse me, my bad. It might have been a dove, actually. I'm not sure. Let's just say it was a dove. Long story short, that dove smacked the wall so hard, landed backwards, staring at him. I'm pretty sure it died from the blunt impact. Donkey decides to park the carriage. Um, trying to think. They walk down the aisle. I don't know why the stream started talking. Just started ending into me talking about Shrek 2. But you know what? Let's just do a fast recap because I'm about to end the stream before an hour. Mainly because I need to call my grandmother, and I don't want to put that on hold any longer than I need to. So here we go. Let's speed run. They walk down the aisle, they're talking. Now everybody's speaking in such words that they fit each other's sentences. Fiona's dad and Shrek feel the same way. They don't really want to be here, but it is what it is. Mom, dad, they hug with Fiona. She presents Shrek. The dad is mean mugging, and here we are at dinner. So Shrek doesn't know table manners, and could you blame him? He's an ogre. uh, Apart from the fact of him not knowing table manners, he tried his best to be as polite as possible, which I give him credit for because he did try. Her father is the only one that was unreasonable, but then Shrek got blamed for all of that, for some of it, not all of it. After Shrek gets blamed with all these things, her and her dad go back, her and Shrek and her dad go back and forth. As they go back and forth, they're basically having a food fight and talking about, well, quote unquote, fatherhood. Uh, uh, Mom, Dad, Harold, Fiona, Shrek, Donkey, and the hog splats the table. So here we go. Fiona gets up, she goes to her room, and she starts crying, as a princess should. Even though she just wanted her dad and her husband to get along and really get to know each other, they didn't, and of course, naturally, that hurt her. So Fairy Godmother pulls up like the little conniving woman she is. I'm gonna call her little because she is a fairy. She may be an older lady, but that madam there, well, let's say she's like maybe 5 foot. Well, long story short, um, happiness a teardrop away. She starts singing a new fashion trend. All these things are happening around the room. All this magic stuff is happening, and eventually Shrek bursts in, and they wrap up the song just that fast. As Fiona says, she has her happily ever after. I literally got to give it to Fiona. Uh, and Shrek, literally the two main characters, obviously, but couldn't have been easy for both of them. But all that happened was worth it. Let's see, guys. What else happens in the movie? I really gotta hurry this up. really trying to. Hmm. So after that happens, Shrek can't get sleep, and there's a song also about him not being able to get sleep. Not Shrek specifically, but it's a song about needing sleep. I think the song is literally "I need sleep," but regardless of all that, Shrek is looking around the room because of his restlessness, and then all of a sudden he finds that music box that hides her journal. And of course, that little melody plays. He slams it back shut and does the fastest sleight of hand in animated history. Apart from that dude from Pandora's Pan Pizza Palace, aka that kid that literally got sleight of hand with the keys that took it off the guard. I don't know how that kid did that, but like it is what it is. So after that happens, uh, essentially, Shrek reads her book and sees a diary and sees how it was for her as she was growing up. She really wanted that Prince Charming, so much so that she obsessed and typed, yeah, my bad, not typed, wrote it out multiple times, Mrs. Fiona Charming. Whoa, that's all I would be able to say. I can't blame Shrek for saying it was a scary book. How is the bed too far away? The heck? Didn't need to see the torch inside my chest like that, but it is what it is. So eventually, Harold knocks on the door. Shrek opens it. He says, "I hope I wasn't disturbing." No, I just finished reading a scary book. So Harold wants to quote unquote go out for bonding, except they're not exactly going out for bonding. I'm pretty sure a bunch happened before we got to this point. What probably happened was the fairy godmother takes Harold as he's talking to Vivian about how Shrek is, not expecting that, Prince Charming not being her husband for the day. It was an odd thing that happened, and it was what it was at that time. And, well, let's just say they took him. Fairy Godmother's talking to him about the situation, how they need to get together. Prince Charming sitting there like the pompous little blondie he is, and he's just there. He explains he went to the blistering winds and scorching deserts, climbed the highest room of the tallest tower. Then his mother interjects. He went through blistering winds and scorching deserts. He climbed the tallest bloody room of the tallest bloody tower. What, to find some gender confused wolf? Who's told him his wife is on a honeymoon with some other man or something like that. Oh man, I ain't even gonna lie. The script for Shrek 2 is funny as heck, man. Oh my goodness. Um, that aside, Harold says essentially Charmin didn't get there in time. It's not on him. So she says, "Stop the car. You're gonna make me do something I really don't want to do." And all they're really at is essentially the McDonald's of the fat boy. I said the fat boy world. My bad. Essentially the McDonald's of Far Far Away. And it's the medieval meal that Charming gets. It's something I can't remember the fairy godmother gets. She offers to get Harold something to eat regardless. I ain't even gonna lie. For being pure evil, they got manners, bro. It doesn't make sense. Except Charming. That boy lost everything as soon as he lost his mama. Uh, but that's neither here nor there. That's like Shrek 2 to 3. Shrek ending 2 into the beginning of 3. So, let's continue on. He gets back. She confirms that Fiona and Charming will get together with him, agreeing to it as well. And long story short, he goes out, I think, that night to go get a bounty hunter, which is one of our favorite characters, voiced by, oh, well, I can only remember the first name. It's Antonio, I hope, I think. But essentially, as that happens, hmm, did I really just I started laying down and really talking about Shrek too. Like this is crazy. But you won't get that anywhere else. This is my channel. Not really just my channel, obviously. This is technically our channel. So whoever watches this and somehow listens to all of this, well, first off, thank you very much. God bless you. And second off, uh, thank you for listening to my yap. I don't know why I'm yapping about this long, but you can tell the hyperfixation was on point. um, that's neither here nor there though. Here we go. I'm gonna keep going. I'm not gonna judge myself. I'm actually having a great time doing this. Funny enough, and for some reason it's just peaceful doing it while staring at my Minecraft screen, so I'm not gonna complain. So, let's see. After that happens, Harold goes out that night and gets one of our favorite characters in the franchise that's had his own spin off movies just because Puss in Boots. I don't like my town with a little bit of poison, though. I'll tell you that much. Little reference to the musical number that was playing when Harold entered the bar. So, or the tavern. I shouldn't just say bar, but what it actually was. It was the tavern. Excuse me. So he goes to the bag, gives Puss a set amount of gold. Oh yeah, I think after that little thing that so I think I remember the sequence of order after the coronation argument, the crying, and her telling Shrek that she made changes for them. Um, it's about time he essentially did it for her. Not really a guilt trip, but understanding that, like, she's trying. She's done what she's done because she loved him, and well, Shrek obviously proved he could reciprocate that love by the end of the movie. But let's get away from that for a second. Trying to get back to where it was, so that happened. She storms out. It's Harold talking about the thing. That's where they do the thing. That's where she argues. That's where Shrek is sleepless. They go in, they talk, and then that's when Harold goes out to that. So, in the morning of that day, now here we are in the forest with Donkey and Shrek. They keep going in circles. They're endlessly going in circles, not knowing what to do, not knowing they've been chipped. And as soon as they figure out they've been tricked, they realize now they got a bounty. And boy, oh boy, Puss in Boots gave him a run for the money for a solid 3 seconds. I say 3 seconds, but like 3 minutes, or however long. Long story short, that cat was vicious. That cat absolutely good, my boy Shrek. I ain't gonna lie. Donkey tried to help, but the only thing he helped in doing was making sure that, well, Felicia, Fargo, and Ferguson almost didn't get here. That's about it. um, so I'm glad they got here first off, and second off, dang. So eventually, Donkey does, my bad, Shrek does catch the cat because he throws up a hairball mid-fight. So, Puss begs for his life, essentially, explaining that the king paid him. Shrek can't believe his ears and literally gets disheartened, and I cannot blame him because he probably thought this was the first time he'd get a real dad for a bit. Because it seemed genuine, and of course, naturally, it wasn't. Poor Shrek, for real, man. But that aside, it continued on. And as they continue on, they talk a bit. Harold is a little bit distracted. He's acting like he doesn't understand much because he's trying to distract himself away from the guilt of thinking he essentially sent an ogre to go die. So throughout that day, now that that sad news was heard, and Shrek gets disheartened, he realizes, wait a minute, the fairy godmother. So he somehow convinces Donkey to cry. I say somehow, even though he just stomped on his freaking hoof, aka Puss stomped on his hoof, made him cry. After, Donkey said like some pretty sad backstory stuff, but it's never gonna be sad than Peritos. Golly, boy, Perito legitimately had me in tears in that moment when he said his backstory. Who tells somebody casually? Speaking of the drowning, like, bro, did you hear the drown? That was like perfect timing. That was terrible. um, trying to think. We got 6 more minutes left, by the way. With 6 more minutes left, hold up, let me check. 6 more minutes left. I'm pretty sure we can get the rest of this time knocked out for real. So, yeah, that really happened, and that was really sad. Him explaining like how he got beat up with a pinata, how he got all these things done to him, and how he's been sold multiple times. I'm pretty sure. And long story short, after he couldn't, get any real tears out, that's when Puss stomped on him. So Fairy Godmother explains her address and all these other things, and then all three of them get the idea to go, even though they weren't going to take Puss at first. he eventually got there. Mainly because, well, Puss is adorable. So here we go. We're at Fairy Godmother's place. We get the human potion after tricking the receptionist and jipping a freaking worker that works there. The workers' costumes that work there literally look like Among Us costumes, bro. That's all I'm gonna say. If anyone that hears this and looks back at that movie, so they somehow get it, and of course Donkey kind of blows their cover because he's not keeping a good lookout, and he kept the door open while he was yapping to them. So they had to do with the happily ever after. They managed to escape with it in the coolest sequence I'd saw when I was a kid because, like, bro, it was clean. That's all I can say. It was clean. My bad. Just got a random message. Long story short, after the clean exit and them getting out, Fairy Godmother sees what potion they stole after seeing all these things. After she cheats on her diet for like the fifth time in the movie, I'm just exaggerating because Fairy Godmother was trifling. So she sees what he stole and realizes, we can make this work for real. So, long story short, we get out, and now all of a sudden we got these boys walking down a trail. Donkey drinks first of that potion because he wants to test if it's poison, if it might happen, if he looks different, all these things. Then Shrek drinks, and then all of a sudden, Shrek gets the most disheartened he possibly could, and maybe thinks that it wasn't meant to be because he didn't change into anything, thinking that their love wasn't meant to be, which was really sad. But naturally, that night, he does transform, and so does Donkey. And after those things happen, or rather before those things happen, Fiona decides that night that she's gonna look for Shrek and she is going to just go back to the swamp. And she said our swamp, where we belong. Okay, hi, good night. Gosh, honestly, Fiona is a top tier wife, bro. That's all I'm gonna say. Absolutely the best. So after that happens, okay, yeah. Let's wrap this up. We got 2 minutes left. I can do this in that amount of time, I think. Excuse me. So after that happens, she faints before she even hits the doorway. She's taken back to her room. They sleep. Everybody gets knocked out. And I wondered what Dragon might look like when she got hit with that potion. I mean, like, curiosity is a thing. Like, I actually do want to know what she looks like. But we never got that design, sadly. Or if we did, I just never looked it up. Excuse me. So that happens. Everybody's transformed. And we don't go back to anybody else but Shrek and Donkey and Puss. So they wake up. These women are flirting with Shrek and all these other things. He sees what he looks like. He freaks out. Donkey sees how he looks, and he's obviously immaculately happy with it. Because he's a steed. Let's see. Um, Oh my goodness. Whoever just joined, you just joined at like the last possible minutes because I'm about to end it soon. And first off, thank you for joining. I've been talking Shrek 2 this entire stream. So if you want a good laugh, you could probably go back and just watch this. Not from the beginning, but like from the last 15 minutes. That's it. Um if you do, I hope you enjoy it. But if you've been here the whole time just listening to this, first off, thank you for supporting it. But second off, I think we both have too much free time. So, let me just finish this up so I can actually go because I've hit the limit now. Thank God, because I thought I was gonna be here for a while, but I guess not. And instead, it just turned into me talking about Shrek 2, which was kind of funny. But top tier film, the best Shrek there was either. And crap, we're getting a Shrek 5. Almost forgot about that. That aside though, let's see here. Where was I? So, alright, all these things happened right then and there with the people, all that. Alright, Shrek's clothes fall off him because, well, they were ogre sized before. Now they gotta get new jammies, and they literally run a scam on the side of the road. And then they rob these dudes, bro. You don't get more peak than just randomly that, bro. So they get robbed on the side of the road. Not Shrek, Donkey, and Puss, but like they rob a dude's cart and they rob their clothes essentially. Uh, they ride off. Puss falls off the back. They get into town, and of course, naturally, since Shrek is an absolute 10 out of 10 at this point because of his human form looking like such a Chad with a chiseled jawline and probably a good physique. That sounds really sus out of context, but we're not gonna make it sus. I'm just saying and stating facts. This better not sound like a Shrek is love, Shrek is life type thing. Also, I know you tend to want to when you hear don't, but trust and believe when I say don't search it. That's it. Man, the internet was a weird place where we were all kids, and some of us still growing up, which is even crazier. But that aside, here we go. Everybody's accepting of him throughout town. He's waving. He's confident. Blah blah blah. Gets to the castle, and why is the drowned? What happened to the drowned? What happened to that drowned? I hope he's good. Like he just got quiet all of a sudden. I think he died. What made him get out the water? It's not even nighttime again. Weird. Okay. That aside, um, trying to get back to where I was. The song changes is playing in the background. Fiona sees how she looks, and then she freaks out. He runs inside looking for her as she runs outside looking for him. He gets to the room while she meets Puss and Donkey, and Puss immediately hits on her, of course, because naturally, Playboy's got to play apparently. But who said he got game? Oh, all right. Let me stop. Let me stop. So a rude awakening is there for Shrek when he gets to the room, and he's presented with Fairy Godmother. She prevents him from leaving, and she essentially forces this man to watch himself get like not even cheated on, just did dirty in the dumbest way possible. I don't know how she could possibly believe that was Shrek, but which is why she didn't. She said that is not the man I marry. Boy, you gotta have some charm to be a literal ogre and still keep the absolute 10 out of 10. That's it. Boy, you gotta have some charm. I don't know. That aside, so of course Charming comes off flirty and like a freaking idiot. Here we go. It continues onward. Shrek gets disheartened for like the third time this whole movie. He walks out. He says, "What's the point?" Essentially, he gets to the bar. I mean, I just remembered this dumb fact that Puss made a freaking Garfield joke and said, "I hate Mondays" in the middle of them drinking. Then they hear Harold go into the background and they see Fairy Godmother. They hear about the plan and they gotta stop the whole thing with Fiona. So after they get caught because Donkey cannot keep his mouth shut to save his literal life, like right then and there. Uh, well, what can I say other than, bro? So here we go. We got the funniest chase sequence I've ever seen in my life. We're gonna put this scene if it's before or after. I don't know. Long story short, Harold and his daughter Fiona are having a conversation. They're gonna drink some tea that, of course, Harold spikes so she would accidentally drink a love potion that they were talking about previously in the last clip. Yeah, I think that's the order of how it probably went. Maybe. I don't know. But it is what it is. Long story short, Harold switches the teas and makes sure she does not drink that love potion and gives her the soothing one for his quote unquote medicine. Of course, naturally, Harold's a good father, and realizing how much she really loved this man, he could not pull through. An absolutely W moment for him because, like, uh, that's all I'm gonna say. Like, if you really realize who you were gonna set your daughter up with, and he's this much of a jerk, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, boy, I could not shut up at the wedding because I'd be objecting left and right. You could take my happy ever after that, because that man is not touching my daughter. He's not laying lips on her. He's getting beaten up probably after the concessions or whatever you want to call it. So here we go. Let's get into where we actually are. So now we're back at Shrek's house. Why is there a wolf outside? Don't got no bones. Wrong button. Yep, no bones. So let's try to wrap this up. Like I've said that like a good 3 times already, but like let's really try to wrap this up. We're in the end game of the movie anyway. This was, I'm sorry, the movie was just like that peak that I can remember everything this specifically. That's how you know it was a good movie. If not, that's just a tism. I'm not gonna lie. In the hyperfixation, but it is what it is. I'm human. So let's see. Let's see. So we were there. If we go back to Shrek's house, we got Gingy, we got Pinocchio, we got Wolf, and we got the blind mice watching the whole thing. And essentially speaking, they're just eating buffalo wings, watching the magic mirror, and they're just looking for something entertaining to watch. Some things are entertaining, some things are not, and I cannot freaking believe Simon Cowell was in my extras for Shrek 2's DVD. I don't know why I remembered that so last second just now, but I just realized literally Simon Cowell's in why is he in the extras? Why is he in the extras? Oh, okay. Let me let that go for a second and just get back to the main point that I was driving home because we're right there. So they're looking for something entertaining. Can't they see essentially a cops parody, and it's just Donkey, Shrek, and Puss running away from the police. Everything's going to heck, and as they're getting searched, bro, a cop literally plants catnip on Puss and says catnip. And he says that's not. It wasn't his, but he sounded guilty by saying it like that. They literally sprinkle pepper on them to pepper spray Shrek. Donkey, of course, the only black actor that I know of right there in that moment, literally screams police brutality. If that is not good writing, I don't know what is, bro. That was funny as a kid. And it's even funnier as an adult when you actually get it, but like it's cooked. It's kind of cooked. Lord have mercy. But it was good writing. It was funny. That whole entire sequence was funny as heck. Even funnier as an adult, especially when you catch like the small details. But the animators were having a great time with that. Even if they considered it getting Shrek for making the first movie, that second movie was absolute gold, bro. They had to have had a great time making it because it wouldn't be that funny otherwise. So all that happens, they hear them literally say, wait, is that Shrek?" Because Shrek was screaming his name. I'm Shrek. Gingy says rewind, they rewind, he screams he's Shrek, they all look at each other in absolute disbelief. I still don't know how they got to far, far away so fast. Like, I don't see Dragon anywhere. Maybe Dragon did fly them, but what did Dragon look like? Pegasus? She probably did! Wait! Dragon probably did look like Pegasus! Dude, that's actually so crazy. Um, dude, you can tell my, man, do I have ADHD? um, But I think it would make sense. This is probably nighttime, right? Almost. I can sleep. So essentially, that happened, right? And then, well, they just got there. It's not explained how they got there. They just know they got there. So now we're shown the red carpet. Fiona's talking about how this really just ain't her husband, and he's being such a pompous piece of work the whole time. She's not having it. So cue to them finding them in a holding cell. I'm talking about Gingy, Pinocchio, and all these blind mice and the wolf. It was actually funny, this entire sequence. They make the blind mice try to light the fuse. He literally, excuse me, misses the fuse and falls in. Like, why would you get the blind mice to do it? I don't know. Maybe they just wanted to be included. Good job for getting them to participate, but like that was dumb. So the pig lights it. That's who I'm missing. The freaking pigs. The 3 pigs, bro. So the pigs now light it. It blows up, and they lower Pinocchio down. But since Mission Impossible music's playing, you get in that moment, and Pinocchio did the dumbest thing possible and got himself tangled up inside his own strings, which is why he needs to be a real boy. But if he was a real boy, he wouldn't be able to do clutch work like that. So it was what it is. He had the keys, but he was all tied up. So my boy Gingy slides down the rope in action sequence. So they get the bright idea to get Pinocchio to lie. Pinocchio says a bunch of dumb stuff that aren't really lies. But then Donkey says the dumbest idea possible and says, say something crazy like you're wearing ladies' underwear. He says I'm wearing ladies' underwear and his nose doesn't grow. Peak writing, bro. Peak writing. It looks like you most certainly am. Am not. What kind are there? It's a thong. They're briefs, and his nose just grows long enough to get to the locks. Oh my gosh. So they all get free. Puss almost eats a blind mice, but it is what it is. They get close to their goal, but they realize like they can't really get past the tower because, or rather the castle, because all the gates are locked. So what happens now is possibly one of the coolest things because I didn't know kaiju's existed when I was a kid. I only knew of Donkey Kong, not of King Kong, my boy. So seeing that was like awesome. So we go to the Muffin Man. The Muffin Man builds the biggest abomination possible, and we're gonna cue to the ball. So here we go. We got the ball going on, and Charming is trying to lay moves down, but buddy, looks don't get you everywhere. Like I said, this man Shrek must have had some otherworldly charm in order to be putting moves on her like that. Because this man Charmin was blowing it every single chance he got, bro. I've never seen a bag so freely given and fumbled in my life, bro. Oh my goodness. You can't make it up. You just can't make it up. Wait, I'm exceeding my limit. It's been an hour. How many I'm so sorry. Look, I really that's gonna be my fourth time saying I really gotta wrap this up, but here we go. I'm gonna try to get the thoughts out as fast as possible. Here we go. So that happens right then and there. He fumbles the bag again, and his mother has to save the whole vibe. So she gets everybody to switch it up. She says, put it in C minor, and she sings one of the cool and coldest songs to date. Freaking I Need a Hero. Bro, when I say that song is enough to give a man goosebumps with the way she was killing that performance, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So much so that we could put it over Kratos saving freaking Freya's brother in God of War Ragnarok? So clean that you could play any version and it won't hit as hard as the Shrek 2? Man. uh, my bad, my bad, my bad. So it kept going and it kept going. Uh, not the song, but my mind just keeps going. I'm trying my best to like center it back. So let's peel back one more time and get to where we were before. So here we go. That happens. All this rad stuff is happening, and they pull up with essentially Gingy 5000.0. I don't know. Like that thing is huge. It's like 500 times or 5,000 times bigger than Gingy ever is. So Mungo is pulling up on him. He's trying to rip the castle gates open like the Chad he is. And naturally, they're trying to dip my cookie in some hot cocoa or something. I don't know. I don't know why they were basically making a frappuccino out of him, but they basically did. Less foam, more steam, whatever. I don't know. Steamed Austrian goat milk, that was a little reference to Sonic, but like it was what it was. They cooked my boy. Mumbo got cooked, but it was what it was. He got his main objective out the way. He survived at the end of the movie. Probably died and became a soggy cookie at the end though, because he was in that water at the end of the movie. But you don't know. I at least I don't. So here we go. We got the. Can the drum please be quiet? Thank you. So that happened, and it was quite interesting how it just played out. I said be quiet. You know what? I'm coming out there. Where you at? Where you at? I thought it was over for you. Oh. Were you just watching me through my walls? What? Alright, I can't find the drone because I'm not gonna search. But the dog was just watching us through the wall. That was a little weird. Let's ignore that guy. I think he just wanted to listen in on what we were talking about as well, but it is what it is. It is what it is. So we get through the castle. Here we go. We got Shrek on Donkey. After Shrek knocks down the chain, they all walk in, and now they're all essentially getting in this scuffle. The guards are trying to prevent my boy Shrek from getting through, but on Donkey, my boy soars over them. Push jumps off, says, "Oh, it's time to repay my debt," and he does what a player does, bro. He put on a cute act and on guards everyone. This man literally won a 1v6 probably. I don't know how many guards there was. Long story short, MVP for real. He stalled the guards. So here we go. We bust in as Charming is about to kiss Fiona. Back away from my wife, or in other words, keep my wife's name. Oh, let's not do that tonight. So after he busts through, all these things are happening. And it's essentially every off-brand fairy tale creature is on timing. So Godmother realizes she's outnumbered and she's trying to keep setting the stage to go right, but it's not going exactly right because she's trying to get this ogre out of here. So as soon as like everybody's just done playing patty cake with this wand, essentially tossing it back, well, not patty cake, hot potato with the wand. It goes from character to getting it. And of course, naturally, it ends with the blind mice fumbling it. Pinocchio gets turned back into a freaking puppet instead of a real boy because she accidentally zapped him in the middle of all this. And he was a real boy for a bit. And after all that happened, and she lost her wand again, she just screams, she's drinking the potion, kiss her now. Charming kisses her. I don't know. It looked like Fiona was kind of embracing that kiss for a second, but I guess she was just playing it up, so I'm not gonna say she cheated. It was also really sudden. She looked at him, smiled, caressed his face, and gave that man the nastiest headbutt I've seen in fiction. And the worst part is, how do her and Vivian have such hard heads? You know they didn't listen as kids. um, that aside, he gets knocked out. Shrek walks up to her, and well, let's just say Fairy Godmother was not having it. She said, I told you ogres don't get happily ever afters. Goes for the most final blow of force lightning of magic I've ever seen come out of a wand, even though it's literally. All I'm saying is that it looked like force lightning, bro. That was Palpatine timing she was on. Unlimited power type timing she was on. But before anything could happen to my boy Shrek, Harold took the whole blow of that. He gets turned into a frog. Well, actually, I'm getting ahead of myself. Since he's wearing armor the whole time, he jumped in front of it. The beam got redirected back at her. She gets zapped. She realizes she's fine for a second, goes for a high, and just turns into bubbles. That is the craziest way I've seen somebody die in fiction, but, you know, I've probably seen somebody die crazier. Dang. Speaking of which, I just remembered Lot's wife. She turned around and turned into a pillar of salt. Like that's a crazy way to die, and that was real. So I'm really not joking when I say there's crazier ways to go. Um, that aside, that happens. We turn to. I just remember what Gingy said when they look at his remains. Said to look at my brother's remains, and they hear a ribbon come out of it after they get all mournful. And then this man Gingy, like the idiot, he says he croaked. He literally hops out the armor. He says to Vivian that he never wanted her to see him like this, or I think he could have. Dang music! He didn't want any of them to see him like this or whatever. He realizes how much she loves Shrek, and he's all for it. He absolutely loves all this and loves that for them. He's willing to hop away because he realizes that, well, first off, he didn't do anything right, and he wishes that he could have been a better husband to his wife. Of course, naturally, Vivian, being the absolute 10 out of 10 like her daughter she is, took him. Now, everybody's celebrating, but before we get to the celebration, Shrek asks Fiona, before midnight strikes, if she wants to stay like this forever. And she said she wants to be with the person she married. Holds off on that kiss until after they turn back into ogres in absolute peak cinema. Absolute peak cinema. Boom. Like that, the best movie in film history was ever made. Now this is absolute cinema. This music is too beautiful for the end of this. Like God, thank you for the timing. First off, second off, just dang. But thank you to this person that decided to watch and listen to all of this. I don't know why you did, but thank you very much. I really hope you had a great time with my commentary. And God bless you, man. Have a great night, or God bless you, woman, or God bless you, whoever you are. I have no idea. But regardless of everything, I've been Xavier, also known as Illiteration on YouTube, and I'll catch you in hopefully the next stream. I'll try to make it tomorrow, by the way, but I can't guarantee anything because I want to get back on Kingdom Hearts with everybody else, but I just gotta get there. And naturally, my timing is a little messed up, but it is what it is. But yeah, thank you. God bless you. Have a good night. 20. Oh, I said a minute 20. Oh, great.